Greetings and welcome back to welcome to one of my hot topic videos. One issue that has been on my mind for a long time, and as I read the news in Kenya, I come across news accounts very often, too often, about domestic violence against women or violence against daughters or girls in Kenyan households. And this is not to suggest that it happens in every Kenyan household. However, I see an increased number of stories. For example, I came across a story yesterday that a father allegedly beat his daughter to death. Number one, those are horrific and tragic stories. That should not happen to anyone, any young girl or woman in any culture. And just as a side note, some may think that, well, as an American or a Mzungu, I don't have the right to speak about what happens in Kenya. But most importantly, I'm simply a human being, and I'm seeing something that's tragically wrong. Tragically wrong. You know, the 2015 Protection Against Domestic Violence Act is a law. It is a law. However, it's not being applied. It's not being utilized to hold the offenders accountable. It is not. And the local communities, the local authorities, the regional authorities, and the national government, right now they're failing the young daughters and girls and Kenyan women. They are failing to protect them. The 2015 Protection Act, it needs to be utilized to hold the offenders accountable. So many stories when the fathers or husbands abuse or at times even murder their daughters or wives, often they're not even arrested or held accountable for what they did. However, if you come across a Kenyan woman who commits a violent act against her husband or her man, most likely, more often than not, she will be arrested and held accountable. So there's even a disparity in legal treatment. It's time that the young women and women in Kenya be protected. It is part of the culture, and that is one of the most tragic parts of this, is that the domestic violence, there are so many people that know about it. There's so many people know about this tragic treatment of young girls and women. Now that's so aggravating. However, no one will do anything about it. And that's also part of the culture. It is time that things change in how young women and women, girls, daughters, wives are protected under the law. And it has to start at the local level, in the local communities and the local authorities. I recognize that I'm frustrated and I'm angry, but it's time to act. It is time to act.